Hi guys, today in this video we are looking the information about the central nervous system, that is the CNS. Basically there are the two parts in the CNS, that is the central nervous system, brain and spinal cord. Then what is the brain? Brain that produce signal that conducted by the spinal cord towards the body part to regulate the body functions. This is the main function of the brain. Then the brain is also classified into three types, mainly three types: forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. The forebrain is composed of the cerebrum, thalamus, and hypothalamus. Then midbrain and hindbrain. Hindbrain is composed of cerebellum, cerebellum, medulla pons, and medulla oblongata. These are the main types of the brain. After the brain is protected by the cranium cavity of the bone, and that is the frontal bone, parietal bone, temporal bone, and occipital bone. These are the types of the cranium bones that protects the bone, that protects the brain. And after that the there inside the that cranium bones there are the three layers that protects the brain. The first layer is dura mater. After the dura mater, that is the arachnoid matter, and third one layer is the pia mater. Between second layer is the arachnoid matter, and third layer is the pia mater. Between the arachnoid matter and pia mater, there is the hollow space, in which in that hollow space, that is the cerebrospinal fluid, that is the CSF, is present. And CSF, because of this uh, CSF in that hollow space of the arachnoid matter, the space between the arachnoid matter and pia matter, present because of the it absorbs the mechanical shocks and physical shocks produced by the outer side of the body, that prevents that absorbs the that shocks and prevent our brain from the other activities. As we looking the part of the brain, that is the cerebellum, and that is the brainstem or the that hindbrain. First of all, the what is the function of the main function of the cerebrum is the functioning, the memory functioning, or learning, interpretation, and personality. These are the main functions of the that is the cerebrum, that is the largest part of the brain. After the cerebellum, the main function of the cerebellum is the balance, movement of the body, and creative learning. This is the main function of the cerebellum. After that, the um, brainstem's main function is the the control on the to control on the autonomic functions like respirations and heartbeat regulation, or the BP regulation. These are the uh, major functions of the uh, that is the brain stem. After that, blood pressure. After that, the some reflux action are taken by the done by the brain stem. There are the spinal cord is protected by the vertebral column, and the hollow space between the vertebral column, it is lined by the cerebrospinal fluid, and in which the our spinal cord is present for the conduction of the impulse from the brain to the body parts, and from the action does to the body part to the brain. That is the main function of the spinal cord conduction. There are 31 pairs of the nerves are present in the human body. In the cerebrum, there are the different parts. that is the frontal cortex, parietal cortex, temporal cortex, and occipital cortex. The first is the frontal cortex, that is the motor cortex, which constitute the consecutive initial movement, that is the to talk, to walk, to jump, to singing, and to run. These are the some initial movement or consequently initial movements that wants to be it. After that, the somatosensory cortex, that is the parietal cortex, that present in the parietal cortex. The somato body sensory to the senses, that is the touch, temperature, pain, pressure. These are the some sensory sensation that regulated by the parietal or the somatosensory cortex. After that, the occipital lobe is the visual cortex, and after the occipital there is a temporal lobe, that is the auditory cortex. These are the some areas of the cerebrum and their functions. Auditory in the temporal lobe, auditory cortex means the that things we are listening, that are the information by listening is stored in the that cortex. After that, the brainstem is made up of the midbrain, medulla of pons, and medulla oblongata. And the main function of the brain is the brainstem is the to protect respiratory and cardiovascular system, and the actions are the actions does quick actions, that the we are suppose we our hand is on the flame, and now we reflex it back, that is the reflex action to the that action. This is the information of the about the central nervous system. Thank you so much. We will meet soon.